and YouTube. We're all live. Yay. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to Doggy Yoga and our monthly free community class supporting a dog charity in need. So this month we're supporting AdoptaDane. This is Merlin, our Great Dane / Wolfhound puppy. And so AdoptaDane are an amazing charity. They focus on rehoming and rehabilitating Great Danes all around Australia. So if you've come to enjoy this class today with me, please go to the link in the description in YouTube. There's their website link, same with Facebook and same in Zoom. I'll put it in the comments and we can just go support. It can be up to $1. It can be as much or as little as you like to support this amazing charity that do amazing work for amazing dogs. So if you don't know who Doggy Yoga is, my name is Melody. Merlin is my puppy and Arlo is around as well. We also have the fur cousins Ruby and Django here. So we do daily online yoga classes with dogs. So every minute you step on the mat with Doggy Yoga, we give dog toys back to charities in need. So you're not only doing good for yourself, but you're also doing good for dog charities around the world. We do monthly challenges. You have a different class every single day. It's a new class every single day to keep you motivated, and we have an amazing community. So we're going to start by jumping on the mat today. I'm just going to check everything. We've got everyone here. Beautiful. Hey guys, I can see you guys there. Comment on the comments to let me know that you're here. And I'm just checking Zoom as well. Beautiful. All right, guys, we're going to start our beginner-friendly class today. Come onto the mat. Merlin is being a little terror and eating the blanket on the side that you guys can see. We're going to come into seated. So if cross-legged is hard for you, simply extend one leg. You might put a cushion or a pillow underneath your tailbone. Place your hands on your knees, roll your shoulder blades down the back, open up and lengthen the spine. Close down the eyes, and we're just going to take a few deep breaths here to just arrive, to just welcome ourselves into this moment, onto our mats today. So inhale, fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones, feel the whole body expand, and exhale, just relax and release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Feel yourself grow a little taller. So instead of rounding out like we do in our chair all day, open up, grow tall. Hey, Django. And release. When we're ready, we're going to take one big arm circle all together. Really reach the fingers wide, reach them up overhead, touch above our head. And exhale, bring our hands back to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. And we're going to keep our shoulders away from our ears. So inhale, rise on up. Fingertips touch. And exhale. Feels really nice. One more. Inhale. Feel the ribs open up, the shoulders, everything in between. And exhale. Place your thumb on your sternum here or on your chest. Really grow tall once more. Send the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to inhale. Send our fingers high to the sky. Reach. And exhale, take them wide. We're going to clasp them at our lower back here. So get our fingers together towards our tailbone. This might be quite difficult for you, so just find where you're at. Try and focus on straightening that spine as much as you can. Send the knuckles down and breathe. If you can send your gaze high, that's really good. Inhale, open up the chest. And if this is too difficult, simply just place your fingers behind you, touching the ground to help just find this nice chest opening. Big breath. And soften. Big breath. And soften. Hello, Mel. She's 4.5 months, guys. So big already. When I inhale, take one more big arm circle up overhead. Fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. So we're going to do that again. Lengthen the spine. Reach high. So we're going to reverse our arm circle. Fingertips wide. And then exhale, take them beside us. We're going to interlace our fingers at our tailbone. Shoulder blades down the back, chest wide, breathe. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Have you stolen the blanket? We're going to inhale, take one more big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, send this left hand down towards the ground. Now we might have it on a block, we might have it on a cushion, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, we're going to lengthen our right arm And exhale, lean towards the side of the room. So send our gaze towards the armpits, send it high, ground down that opposite hip, and just gently feel this beautiful side body stretch with your breath. Lengthen on your inhale and soften and release. Inhale and exhale. Take one more big inhale, really reach and soften. We're going to come back up, reach towards the sky with both fingertips. Place this right hand down, left hand reaches over, gaze towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. A couple more breaths here, just really savoring the sensation, waking up the body. And when we're ready, we're going to come on high, reach the fingers towards the sky. It's so nice. And we're going to fold on over, coming into a tabletop position. So if you're new to yoga, that just means come on over onto all fours. So our knees are going to be in line with our hips. So take some time. Make sure there's some pressure in our toes, so we're not just putting all the weight into our knees. Our wrists go underneath our shoulders. We're really spreading the weight into all 5 fingertips. And then we're going to drop the belly, open up the chest, send our gaze high, creating a C shape in the spine into cow. And exhale, round out, chin to chest, really push away to cat. Flow here at your own pace. Inhale. Drop the belly, open up the collarbones, then gaze goes high to cow. And exhale to cat. Flowing with your breath, just really starting to find that mind-body connection. Notice what it feels like to move in synchronicity with our breath. And already when you come back to stillness, find length here, so nice. Take the knees wide, big toes together, and start to gently send the hips towards the heels. Now this might be quite tough for you, so you might get a pillow or a cushion in between your calves and your thighs. And just gently walk the fingertips forward, melt the forehead down towards the earth, and breathe into child's pose. Inhale, really feel the lower back expanding. And exhale, just let go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And release. Gently roll on up back into your tabletop position. Walk your knees in nice and slowly, being gentle on our knees, especially if you have tender knee joints. We're going to find length here. And we're going to push our right foot back behind us and hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lower that knee down. Find your alignment. Lengthen the spine. Next, I'll push that left heel back and hold here. Toes are flexed. They're pointing towards the ground. That calf is on. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take your time. You might even be patting your knees here to just be super gentle on your joints. We're going to push that right leg back. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Left leg goes back for 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now, optional extra here. Send the right leg back, heel pushing. Left hand goes forward. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Left foot goes back. Optional extra. Those are my toes, Papa. Right hand goes forward for 3, 2, 1. And lower. So nice. Take a little cat-cow once more. Start to wake up the spine. You might even wriggle side to side. Do a bit of freestyle here. Take circles with the ribs one way and then the other. And when we're ready, we're going to tuck our toes, really press weight into all 5 fingertips. Send the hips up and away into our downward facing dog. Inhale, find length here. Really nice. Push into all 5 fingertips. Biceps come towards the ears, and exhale, soften. Now, knees are quite bent for our first one. We're trying to get length in the spine. It's not about straight legs. And we can just stay still here, or you might like to start to walk the dog, dropping one heel and then the other, getting some juicy movement into the hamstrings, the hips, the calves, flowing with that breath. When ready, come to stillness. Bend the knees once more. Send the gaze forward towards the hands. We're going to take lots and lots of little steps up in towards our hands. So come into a forward fold. So it's all a compromise. Come here however you can. Find lengthen the spine and then really release so that the crown of the head just melts towards the earth. The tailbone is pointing towards the sky. Weight into all four corners of the feet and just really allow the upper carriage to just let go. You might have your hands on your shins. You might wrap your arms around your elbows. You might be still, or you might like to rock side to side here, getting into the lower back, into the hips. When you're ready, if you have your elbows clasped, release them. We're going to bend our knees, really push into all four corners of our feet. Rebound energy, roll on up, vertebra by vertebra. Super slow, big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. Back to heart center, so nice. Put your thumb on your sternum, not your shoulder blades down the back, and breathe. Beautiful. We're going to go into our Surya Namaskar, our sun salutation. So inhale, big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. So chest goes forward, knees can be bent as much as we need. Inhale, we're going to bring our hands to the tops of our knees and push away, halfway lift, shoulder blades down the back. I want us to try and find a straight spine here. Core is on. And exhale, fold. Bend our knees, plant our hands and step one foot back and then the other. Come into half plank. We'll all come into half plank to start today's class. So our shoulders and our wrists are in alignment, really pushing into the ground with all 5 fingertips. Find length in the spine here. Really send the shoulder blades down the back. And exhale, lower the chest down slowly towards the ground and then the hips. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the toes into the ground, then the hips. Then the hands come up into cobra. And exhale, lower. Tap the forehead towards the earth, nice connection. We're going to send ourselves into child's pose, so send our hips towards our heels, forehead towards the earth. Just relax here. And when we're ready, we're going to tuck our toes under, press into our hands, and send our hips up into downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then exhale, bend our knees, look towards our hands, pull back, take lots of little steps, or one big step up into your forward fold. Inhale, we're going to come up into that halfway lift. So hands to the tops of our knees. Spine is nice and straight from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. And exhale, fold. We're going to bend those knees, really push into the feet, roll on up vertebra by vertebra. Super big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And back to heart center, 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When we're ready, once more, big inhale up overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, come on up, halfway lift, tops of the knees, or you can come to the tops of the fingers if that is an option for you. Just finding that nice straight spine wherever we are. And exhale, fold. We're going to bend our knees, plant our hands. Now come back to plank or half plank. Your version, whatever feels good for you. Lengthen the spine, hold, breathe, smile. Hello, Bobby. And we're ready. Lower the chest down first, then the hips, untuck the toes. Press into the tops of the toes, the hips, and then the hands. Send the chest up so the shoulder blades are down the back, the neck is long into cobra, elbows are into the side body. And exhale, lower. Make your way back into your child's pose, nice and slow and considered. Really release. Tuck the toes under, press into the hands, send the hips high up into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. You might start to lengthen the legs now, send the heels towards the ground, send the chest a little bit more towards the thighs, squeeze the biceps in towards the ears, and breathe. When we're ready, we're going to bend our knees, look towards our hands, pull back. Lots of little steps. 1 step or hop up into your forward fold. Inhale, come on up your version into halfway lift, so tops of the knees or tops of the fingers. Shoulder blades melt down the back, core is tucked. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step one foot back and then the other into plank. Lower down chaturanga and tuck the toes. We'll go a bit quicker. Come on up into cobra. Nice straight spine. And exhale. Hips to heels, forehead towards the earth. Just really soften and release here. You might even just gently rock side to side. And when we're ready, we're going to tuck our toes under, press into our hands, and come on up into our downward facing dog. Length. And soften. Length. And soften. Bend the knees, look towards our hands, pull back, step, walk or jump. Up into our forward fold. Inhale, come on up, halfway lift, tops of the fingers, tops of the knees. And exhale, fold. We're going to bend our knees, roll on up. Hello, Bubba. Vertebra by vertebra. Super big arm circle, up overhead, fingertips touch. Back to heart center. We're going to breathe here for 3 breaths. Find length in the spine. Really push down into all 4 corners of the feet. Feel the kneecaps and thighs activate. Tuck the tailbone under. Feel your whole carriage grow longer. Shoulder blades melt down the back. And soften. Inhale, grow tall once more. And soften. Please wait until our left foot. Just lift these right toes up for a moment. So lots and lots of options here. We can just play here. We can bring this leg up, this knee up. We can send it long, find what variation works for you. And we're all going to step this right foot behind us. So we're going to square it off to the back edge of the mat. So the long edge of the foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Now I want us to be really careful of our alignment here, especially because this is a beginner class. Heel to arch alignment. Just make sure your feet are aligned, and then we're going to bend this front knee, so knee to ankle alignment. Nice right angle there. Once you feel confident and stable in your feet, tuck the tailbone under, find length in the spine, and send the hands forward and back, gaze towards the front fingertips. Warrior 2. Now we're going to flow here. Find length on our inhale, and exhale, sink. 3 more. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, rise, and sink. Bend that front knee, sink the hips a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale, hold here, really ground down through the feet and find a length in the spine, really kind of finding your connection to the earth, but growing taller with the rise and fall of your breath. When we're ready, we're going to flip that front palm, come into our reverse warrior. So this front hand comes high, this back hand just comes to rest on the back thigh. The shoulder blades are down the back. It's a beautiful front body stretch here. So our gaze is soft, our shoulders are soft, our jaw is soft, but our legs are still strong and stable. Just flow here with your breath. Noticing the gentle sensations, the gentle movement that's happening in the body. And when we're ready, we're going to come back to our warrior 2. We're going to get this front arm on our front knee. So we're just going to rest it here. Get this forearm on our knee. We're going to tuck our tailbone under, still find length from that back foot to the hip, hip to the shoulder. So just play here. You might have your hand on your hip here, just finding that line, this beautiful strength, sinking the hips down. And when we're ready, you might add this top arm onto it as well, sending it to reach towards the front of the room, side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. So we can see why it's called side angle pose. We're creating a beautiful angle from that back foot all the way to these front fingertips. So from that foot to knee, knee to hip, hip to shoulder, shoulder to fingertips. So find length here, reach a little higher. Hello, Baba. And soften. Reach and soften. When we're ready, we're gently going to spiral this top hand back and then down. We're going to place it next to this front foot. So gently take your time, get this top hand down as well. We're going to come back onto these back toes, lower this back knee down into a lunge. Now, if your knees are sensitive, you might grab a cushion or fold your mat to pad this back knee. Come onto your fingertips and your gaze forward, collarbones wide into a lunge. Breathe here for a few breaths, just noticing the sensation in this hip flexor, in this right hip flexor. So nice. When we're ready, if your toes are untucked, tuck them again, those back toes. Lift this back knee, and we're going to take lots and lots and lots of little steps, or one big step up into our forward fold. Inhale, come on up, halfway lift, your version. And exhale, fold. I'm going to bend our knees, roll on up, take our time. Super big arm circle, up, overhead, fingertips touch. And back to heart center, 2 breaths. Ground down and grow tall. Ground down and grow tall. When ready, left toes are coming up. So just be here. This knee can be up. We can extend that leg to the front, find what works. And then we're going to step into our warrior 2 on the other side. So heel to arch alignment. You might want to wriggle that front foot over. Really take your time to find your alignment and sink your hips down. I'd love it if you put your hand on your lower back and your belly to just find your center, find your place of balance. And when you're really feeling strong and centered, lengthen the front arm and the back arm. Shoulder blades down the back, gaze to that front fingertip. And we're going to flow here. Inhale, find length in that front leg, reach the fingers high. And exhale, just practice sinking into this pose with ease. We can always make sure we see our front big toe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll reach high once more to the sky. And exhale, sink and hold into our posture. So really get those hips down, reach the fingers forward and back, shoulder blades melt down the back. Find your connection to the earth with the feet and grow tall through the spine. I'm going to flip that front palm, reach that top hand high or front hand high, back hand to this back thigh, shoulders are soft, gaze is soft, and breathe. And when we're ready, we're gently going to come back to our warrior 2 and make our way into our side angle pose. You guys know what you are doing now. So back foot to hip alignment. So sink these hips down, lean backwards rather than collapsing forwards. We have a nice straight spine in the line in the body. So foot to hip, hip to shoulder. Practice here. You might just keep this hand on the hip and really find that activity. And when you're ready, if you'd like to, send this hand reaching towards the front of the room to add to the side angle pose. Shoulder blades are always down the back, where there's never lack of space in the neck as we breathe. When we're ready, spiral this top hand down, bring it next to this front foot. Our right hand comes down as well. We're going to come onto that back knee, and we might pat it, take our time, open up our chest. Nice release here. And when we're ready, we're going to tuck these toes under if they're not already. Lift this back knee and bounce on up into our forward fold. Oh, so nice. Rock side to side here, just really getting into the sensations. And when we're ready, we're going to bend our knees, press into our feet, roll on up vertebra by vertebra. Big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When we're ready, we're going to place weight into that left foot. Lift the right toes off the ground. So just play here once more. Step this right foot back. And we're going to turn to the long edge of our mat. So just turn our toes to the long edge. Make sure they're in the line. So our big toes are roughly aligned. One foot's not in front of the other. And have our heels just slightly out and our toes slightly in. Place our hands on our hips here and just get comfortable with this space. Press into the balls of the feet. Squeeze the kneecaps. Find length in the spine. And when we're ready, you might have a bend in the knees or your legs might be straight. We're going to fold forward, hinging at the hips, coming into a wide-legged fold forward. So send the crown of the head toward the earth wherever we are. Hands can stay on the hips or they can come out in front underneath our shoulders. And just really let gravity do its thing. So find length in the spine so we're not kind of pinching or creating lack of space. And then exhale, just fold. Rock side to side here. And release. When we're ready, we're gently going to find length in the spine, find some activity in the body, bend the knees, place the hands on the hips, roll on up. So nice. We're going to walk our feet in to hip distance, turn our toes out, our heels in, and we're going to sink the hips down into a yogic squat now. So just take some time, get comfy, and just start to sink the hips down. Now, you might just get to here with your hands on your knees. That might be where your hip joints are at. Or if you feel like you can go deeper, gently send the hips down. Knees are out. Now, you might be on your tippy toes with your hands in front of you. That's fine. That's perfect. Just keep your hands where they are. Or if your heels come down to the ground, get the elbows into the knees, hands to heart center. And wherever we are, we're still trying to find that length in the spine. So our tailbone is trying to point towards the earth and our crown of the head is trying to reach towards the sky. So breathe here. Notice the sensations in our inner thighs. Soften the jaw, the neck. You might sway a little. Come to stillness. No shoes. Send the hands forward and come on over into your seated position. I'm just going to steal the shoe from Merlin for a second, guys, because that's not something he can chew. All right, come on down to seated, in cross-legged once more, where we started the class today. I'm going to take one more big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. I'm going to send this right hand towards our left knee, so just place it here, keeping that spine nice and straight. I'm going to place this left hand behind us, coming into a little spinal twist. So you want to grow really tall here, ground the tailbone down and really find length through the crown of the head. And then once we've got that length, we've got space in between each vertebra, then we're allowed, or we can revolve. Gently sending our gaze towards the side of the room, or we can actually send it over that back shoulder if that feels good. Length. Soften. Length. Soften. Just find your flow here with the rise and fall of your breath. Getting length on the inhale and exhale, releasing. When we're ready, we're just gently going to release, come back to center, hands on the same knees, find length, so nice. We'll take a big arm circle all together, up overhead, fingertips touch. And the left hand comes to the right knee, right hand goes behind us. Same deal, find that length in the spine and then revolve. Just be super gentle with the body, just flow where we're at today. Melt the shoulder blades down the back so they're not hunched towards the ears to try and get this revolution. We're just focusing on what it feels like rather than what it looks like. When you're ready, come back to center. Super nice. Then make our way onto our backs. So roll on down, vertebra by vertebra. The feet connect to the earth, the knees are facing the ceiling. Really nice. We're going to bring one knee into our chest and then the other, and just give ourselves a really nice hug. So rock side to side here. You might take little circles. Just really notice what sensations are coming up for you. And when we're ready, we're gently going to place the right foot down on the ground and then send it long. Keep that left knee in towards our chest. So just give ourselves a little hug here, really massaging it. We're going to keep the right hand on the left knee. So keep that hand on the knee, and we're going to send our left hand reaching towards the side of the room. Gaze goes towards those left fingertips. We're just gently going to revolve that knee when we're ready over towards the right. We're gently creating a spinal twist, but instead of from our neck down, we're going from our tailbone up. Kisses. Inhale. And exhale. No kisses. Inhale. And exhale. Not a paw to the face. Soften and release here as much as you can. I'm getting attacked by the puppy who's very energetic this morning. When we're ready, we're going to come back to center. Take your time. Send the left leg long and bring that right knee in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Send the right arm long and then gently, in your own time, send that right knee towards the left. Alan, give me a bubble. So try and keep that right shoulder on the ground, focusing, breathing. And we're ready, gently come back to center. Both knees back into your chest and just give yourself a little hug. Just be still here, connect with the breath. Just notice how you feel after taking some time out on that today. I'll send one leg high and then the other. Grab the backs of the thighs and just point and flex the toes here. Roll the ankles one way and then the other. You might have a bit of a freestyle movement getting into the hips. We're not shoe number 2, Marilyn. And when we're ready, we're all going to send one leg along and then the other, palms facing up, into our Savasana pose. So Savasana is a place of deep rest, deep stillness, deep relaxation. It is a place of calm. It is a place of relaxation, but it isn't a place of mindlessness. So be really aware of what's going on in this moment. Listen in to what our body is telling us when we give it the opportunity to. Feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones rise. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take a few more deep breaths here, just really connecting with the mat, connecting with the body, connecting with the breath. Just really connecting with what's going on in the here and now. When you're ready, send your arms up overhead, reach the fingertips high. Wriggle the fingers and toes, roll the wrists and ankles. And come on over onto a side that suits you, using your arm as a pillow. And come on up in our own way, in our own time, into a seated position. You might have one leg extended, you might be on a block. Find what feels good. All together, we'll take one big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. Thanks so much for stepping on the mat with me today, and Merlin and Django, to support AdoptaDane. Hope you enjoyed today's practice and great work. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I'm going to steal this off you. Ta. Thank you. A few bloopers for today's class, everybody. Welcome. The puppies want to say thank you for joining, and I hope everyone enjoyed that. Come here, Mouse. Come here. Come here. You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye, everyone. Boy. Good boy.